put it all in one sentence, you might try the way Jesus did.
You mean he knew about making sentences like that?
Well, someone once asked Jesus which was the greatest commandment, and he responded, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself."
Those don't sound very much like the 10 Commandments to me.
It's not the same wording, but if you think about it, all the commandments fit in.
What about the part that says remember the Sabbath day? Huh?
If we love God, won't we give him special attention on the day he set aside for worship?
Yeah, we would. But what about the commandment that says not to steal?
Do we steal from the ones we love?
No, and you wouldn't kill anyone either. So that takes care of the 5th commandment.
And because you love your parents, you honor and obey them.
Yeah, well, most of the time I try to do that.
You can even sum up all the commandments with one word: love. Keeping the commandments is the same thing as loving God and all the people.
But, teacher, I know I don't always love God or people like I should.
Yes, sometimes I fail too. God knows we couldn't keep his commandments perfectly, so he sent his son, Jesus, who did love everyone perfectly. And Jesus died to pay for all the times when we don't love as we should.
You mean I can still be God's child and go to heaven even though I'm not perfect?
That's right. Jesus kept the commandments perfectly for you, me, and everyone. His perfect life and death and resurrections made it possible for all people and friends to be friends with God and live with him forever in heaven.
Wow, God sure is wonderful. I'm going to try to remember his commandments and do the best I can to keep them, just because I love God. After all, I am his child.
And for all of you out there, remember, Jesus kept God's commandments for you too.
Bye-bye.